Hi everybody, and welcome to week 2 of MUS 223. I'm Bradley Faust, your instructor for this section of the course. And over the next few weeks, you're going to see several videos. I will be doing weekly updates via video, as well as to share some other information with you. I think this is a good way to connect with all of you in the course as opposed to having to simply read text on a screen all the time. So if this format of announcements works for you, send me your feedback via email, through text. You can post a question in the general discussions thread on the discussion board, and I would be happy to read your feedback, not only on these on this format for announcements, but anything else that you would like to comment on about the course. Now let's dive into Module 2, and then you can see we're on the Module 2 page, on the course page. And this week we're going to be studying the Middle Ages and Renaissance. There's an overview here of the module which you can read through. Here's where you would want to start before you get to anything else. Start here on Module 2. And then here's our discussion post for week 2, and it deals with word painting. It was a device that was used mainly during the Renaissance, but as you're going to see this week, you can find modern examples of word painting fairly easily if you understand the concept. And there are some examples in Chapter 3 in Connect under Secular Music in the Renaissance. You can see here as Vesta was ascending is an example of word painting. So listen in the music to hear how the music matches the definitions of the words. For instance, you know something's going to be descending in the song. So imagine how a composer or a musician could take that word descending and represent it musically. Some other examples you're going to see later on in the course is in opera. You're going to see lots of examples of word painting in opera. Composers like Wagner used word painting extensively in their music. And you're going to find some modern examples. So for this week, what you're going to look for is an example. Find a video on YouTube, find a song where you can find an example of word painting, and look for songs. It's fairly easy to find songs that have examples of this, and you may know of some before you even start to look. So you're going to post your example, and you're going to talk about in the music where the word painting occurs. So it tells you here, use the timer on YouTube to point out where in the song these moments occurred, and you're going to discuss that. Make sure you post a video in week 2 with your example. If you don't know how to do that, I'm going to post another video along with this post. It shows you a very quick and easy tutorial for how to embed videos, YouTube videos, in your discussion board posts. If you have any questions about word painting, reach out to me via text or email, and I will answer those for you. It's a pretty straightforward concept that you'll be reading about in this week's readings. There's a quiz for Module 2, which you can access here. And now let's move to this last assignment for week 2. This is Final Project Milestone 1, Proposed Work. For week 2, you are going to propose a subject for your final paper, which as you're going to see, will be written in 3 parts over the next few weeks. So you don't have to write it all at once. It makes it much easier to write it in parts. You're going to select a piece of music, a selection from Disney's Fantasia, which is listed in the rubric, which is here. Choose a work, identify the composer, the historical time period, and why you selected the piece. That's the crux of the assignment for week 2. Choose one of these pieces, and it goes over to the next page. There's one more piece here, Night on Bald Mountain. And all of these pieces are used in Disney's Fantasia. Select one of these pieces, and on the week 2 discussion board, identify the composer, the historical time period in which the piece was written, and why you selected the piece. Let me give you a bit of advice here. If you are choosing the Nutcracker Suite, which is here, each one of these sections of the music are included. For instance, you would not be able to choose just the Chinese dance and talk about, I'm choosing the Chinese dance from Nutcracker Suite and I'm talking about this and I'm going to write a paper on that. You would write the paper on all the different sections of the music. So keep that in mind. And then here's your grading rubric for the week 2 assignment. You're going to be graded on the proposed work, where you identify composer, historical time period, the reasoning, and then the articulation of the response. We're going to look at citations, grammar, spelling, syntax, or organization in the paper, as we will for all the papers. And if you're looking forward in the course, you're going to see that over the next few weeks, we're going to be writing, and you're going to be writing and submitting short sections of this paper, which will be 2 to 3 pages each. So by the time we get to the end of the course, you're going to have a 5 to 7 page paper that is an analysis on one of these pieces from Disney's Fantasia. And then you can get to the Spotify playlist here to listen to the music that you selected. And you can also find Disney's Fantasia or selections from that piece or from that work on YouTube. If you have any trouble accessing Spotify or finding the selection on YouTube, please let me know and I'll help you out with that. And that's it for week 2. As always, contact me with any questions you have. If you need assistance with anything in any way during week 2, make sure to contact me and I will help you out as quickly as I can. Good luck, and I'll see you on the course page.